Would you risk your life for a couple hours if it meant immense thrill and enjoyment? Now, some of you are going to undoubtedly say, hell no, that sounds like drugs, that's dangerous. But some of you are going to say, hell yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I'm not condoning drugs at all, I'm just being funny to clarify. But what I am talking about is whitewater rafting. This last weekend I went to West Virginia and I did a Class 5 rapid in the New River. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, because I wasn't, these are ranked level 1 to 5. 5 being the most difficult and the most dangerous. If you fall out, what ends up happening is that you can get sucked underneath because they're rapids, the water's moving very fast and in unpredictable ways. Think of like when you're a kid and you're swimming in with the waves and you get pummeled and you're all discombobulated, you don't know where you are. That's how I imagine it would be if you fell out of the raft in this scenario. Fortunately, they give you a life vest, but even then, people can get their foot caught underneath like nooks and crannies in the rocks. And because the current is so strong, they may not be able to release their foot or their leg or their arm or whatever else is trapped, and they can actually end up getting suffocated. Now, had I known this before, I would have definitely been more hesitant to do it, because this is a Class 5 rapid. I had never whitewater rapid before. Okay, I tried to make that a verb, but I think it's a noun. So, what I'm getting at is ignorance is bliss, and that's exactly where I was. I didn't know what I was in for. But after you get your gear at the company location, everybody will take a bus to where you're going to put the rafts on the water. And during that bus ride, they give you a safety briefing. And one of the questions they asked you, mind you, I'm getting kind of freaked out at this point because they're talking about all these scenarios about how you could get injured or die or whatever, and you're assuming the risk. They ask, has anyone not been whitewater rafting before? And I felt like a complete imposter. I felt like my arms were pinned by my side. I was trying to act as natural as possible, almost like when you're at a stoplight and there's a police officer behind you, in front of you, to the side of you. And you're not doing anything inherently wrong, but you're trying to act innocent. And by acting innocent and normal, you're actually acting pretty weird. Now, that's what I felt like, but I'm still here today, thank God. And at the end of the whole thing, they told us, we got a video for you. Now, nothing comes for free, and so I had to pay $60 for it. Did not record it, did not edit it or anything, but I bought it so that you guys didn't have to and so that I could document my experience. So without further ado, enjoy the video.
Morning, and welcome to Wild and Wonderful, West Virginia on this beautiful October morning. My name is Christoph. I'll be your video boater today. That means I'm going to paddle out in front of you, pull over at the rapids, and film you as you crash through some massive waves and your big floaty boats there. This is the Upper Gauley River, one of North America's most renowned rafting sections. We're going to have about 12 miles, 5 big Class 5 rapids. It's going to be a blast. All right, let's go meet our crews.
zooms. Get the ill style and this shit go boom, bang, like boomerang slang when we come back. Every man, every woman hype on the track. Basement freaking, get the shit we speaking, tweaking on the floor. You want more? Music is our addiction. Get the friction, like a needle to the record, coming with the iction. Ill shit, fiction, faction, tactics. Everybody know it's every man come back quick. Yeah, you coming with the hip hop sound. It's not dead, resurrected right now.
Come on, baby, get on down, get on down with your blessing, with your blessing. Come on, baby, get on down with your
And we've come to Pillow Rock Rapid, also known as the best 30 seconds in whitewater. Gonna explain the line right quick. You're probably gonna come in from right to left. There's a hydraulic right there called the inertia. You may take off a piece of that. And you're gonna be barreling towards the Pillow Rock itself, named after that big surge coming off the corner of it there. If you go too high on it, you can catch the Room of Doom, almost certainly flip. And down here we have Volkswagen. There, you go up on that, the weird angle, you could also flip there. All right. but awesome. There's some interesting history here. So back in the good old days, they clear cut this area, threw all the trees in the river to float them on down to Charleston. And there's some large rocks here that create log jams. They threw in some dynamite, blew it all to hell, and now it has this pretty cool rapid. Pretty neat. What you really don't want to do here is go right to that pour over called Woodstock. That'll really rock your world. And if you do flip, you want to stay away from these rocks over here. Some of them are undercut. That main drop, probably about 12 feet tall, so depending on where you measure it from. Our main hazards, over on the right, you have Energizer, really retentive hydraulic going to go in there. And over on the left, you have that somewhat phallic protruding rock there. If you hit that at the front of your boat, you're all going to be ejected violently out the front. And then hopefully you're going to go into this box canyon over here. It's a pretty good time, narrow line, a lot of boats sitting there. That was violent.